Joining us now, Super Bowl champion, Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Chris Godwin here as part of Lowe's. We'll get to Lowe's in a second, Chris, but I want to talk to you about just the upcoming season and recap what was an amazing 2020 campaign as well. Do you still close your eyes and think about that Super Bowl victory? I know it's been about 7 months already, but just how much fun was that experience in winning the championship, and how much do you still think about that moment beating the Kansas City Chiefs and celebrating that victory?
Man, it was I'd say it was an unbelievable experience. I think anything I had dreamed it up to be, it was just like much better than that, and I'm very grateful for that. But I think at this point, I don't think about it too much. Really, only anytime someone like mentions like Super Bowl champion, kind of get like a quick little flashback. But at this point, you turn the chapter, and now it's on to try to do it again. Especially after we're just finishing training camp now and getting ready for Dallas. We got a big game ahead of us, so we can't look back too much.
Yeah, talk about the offseason because, gearing back up, obviously the celebrations, the ring ceremony, everything that goes along with being a Super Bowl champion. At what point did you get back into things and focusing on the upcoming season?
Yeah, I would say probably like end of March, like early April was when I really started to like turn the corner and start to focus on getting ready for like the next season. Like it was cool, like going like the boat parade was amazing. Like that was very dope. And then the ring ceremony came much later. I think it was like right before training camp, and like that was like its own kind of separate thing. I think they just wanted to get that out of the way so that once we had training camp, we were just like completely locked in on being the 2021 Bucs. Which I think was a good way to do it because it made us, really like just once we got to training camp, it's everything in the past, and now we're moving forward.
Talk about playing with Tom Brady. I mean, I know it's been now a full season of you guys being
Mm-hmm.
together, full off season of being together. He's obviously going to go down as the greatest quarterback of all time, maybe the greatest player of all time. Just give me a story about playing with Tom and what it's been like, getting to know him and obviously getting to catch passes from him.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Like just really getting I guess to a better understanding of who Tom is and why he is as great as he is. And I think in being with him for a little bit over a year now, it's very very obvious. He works his tail off. He's and his attention to detail is insane. Like normally, during a game week, you kind of like stop watching film probably like Friday, because like the game plan's all wrapped up and you put like the final touches on your game plan. But like the week of the Super Bowl, it was literally like game day, and he texted us like a couple times like 9 in the morning, then like 11 with some more film clips. It was just like quick little like final reminders, and it just kind of set the tempo for the whole day of like where his mentality was at, and it just like let us know like what we needed to do to be victorious. And it just speaks to his level of preparation and his level of attention to detail.
Do you see him slowing down at all? It does not appear to be the case, especially in that third preseason game. That was a beautiful throw to you, obviously an amazing catch as well, but it just doesn't seem like he gets older, he gets better.
It definitely seems that way. I have not seen any signs of him slowing down. It seems like he's getting younger, like his face is looking younger. I don't know what's going on, but he's definitely a different breed, man.
It definitely seems that way, and he obviously, as the quarterback, has a lot of tough decisions to make where he goes with the football because you are amazing. Mike Evans is awesome. There's just such a
Yeah.
very good group of receivers that you guys play with. But how tough is that for you as a receiver? Because I know you're not a diva. You don't necessarily say, I got to have the ball. But I'm sure you want to have the ball. So how does it feel to share the field with this just amazing group of pass catchers and knowing that there's going to be some good weeks for you, some good weeks for other guys like Antonio Brown, like Rob Gronkowski? Just talk about this group of pass catchers that you play with.
Man, we have a fantastic group of pass catchers. Man. Like we have talent at every position, and we're deep at every position as well. And I think the fun thing about that is that we all push each other. We all want each other to be the best version of ourselves. And I think that like what we realized last year, which is going to help us a lot this year is, the goal is and always will be to win a Super Bowl. And whatever we can do to put us in that position is what we're going to try to do. So there's not much ego involved. Guys are out here just trying to win. So some days, like some games, are going to be me, getting the load of the passes, and some days it's Mike and AB and Gronk. And sometimes like you don't get that many targets, and it's like you understand that like that's how the game goes, and when it's the right time, the ball will find you.
Now, you say obviously the team's most important. You guys proved that last year, but you're in a contract situation once again, and obviously you want to get paid. You want to get the big money that you deserve, which I think a lot of people would look at your game and say you do deserve to get one of those big contracts that the wide receivers get around the NFL. So how much does that factor into when you're going about your day-to-day process, your game process? You know, like you said, you don't care if other guys get the ball, but I'm sure that matters to you, though, in terms of getting that contract by the end of the year.
Honestly, you know, it's not something I think about too much. I think if I'm focusing on that, then I'm focusing on the wrong thing. You know, obviously everybody wants to get paid, everyone wants to be compensated for what they feel like their value is. But, you know, all I can do is go out there and just play my game. And, like, that's all I've ever done. And that served me pretty well up until this point. So I don't see any point in changing it. I'm going to go out there, do me, and then, you know, let the people like that I pay to work on the contracts, you know, let them do their jobs and let the chips fall where they may.
Well, certainly our audience that's watching this is rooting for you to get that big deal, because that would mean a lot of fantasy points as well for the people that are concerned about those side of things. Talk about your expectations for this year, and then obviously facing Dallas in the opener and what that's going to mean. You know, just the two high-profile teams going at it, and you know, all the fireworks that we can expect.
Yeah, I mean, I think like anytime I approach a new season, you know, the expectation for me is really just to improve. And I try not to put too many, like, you know, specific like number goals or like stat goals or anything, but overall, I just want to be better. I want to have an overall better understanding of the game, a better feel for the game, and just be a better player and a better teammate. I try my best to be the most like complete receiver that I can be. You know, and that's, you know, in the run game, in the pass game, you know, short, deep, you know, intermediate routes. I try to be as complete as possible. So as long as I'm working towards that, man, I like where I'm headed.
I'm sure it's headed in the right direction, and I'm sure Lowe's is probably pretty pleased that you're representing them. So tell us what you're here for with Lowe's, and what you have to tell us about them.
Yeah, man. You know, I've been very fortunate, you know, to work with Lowe's last year, and I'm grateful to be back on their Lowe's home team again this year. And we have some really good things that are, you know, that we're doing. You know, this like earlier this summer, you know, I had the opportunity to work with Lowe's and, you know, some community volunteers to do some home repairs on like 6 houses at a local like neighborhood here in Tampa. And really, man, it's a cool opportunity for me to be able to get out into the community and to be able to play a small role, you know, in these greater projects, to be able to make our communities better with all these home repairs.
Sounds like an amazing thing that you're doing, Chris. We really appreciate the work there, and obviously the time that you've taken to join us here on Fantasy Football today. Good luck with the upcoming season. Good luck against Dallas in the opener, and we wish you all the success for the 2021 campaign.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for having me.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.